You may have seen some social media posts about ADHDers and our struggles with object permanence. This is a concept that refers to our ability to remember that objects and people exist even when we can't see them. And it's often a shorthand way of referring to ADHDers' struggles with short-term memories, our forgetfulness around people and our obligations. So as a result of this, we may struggle to reach out to friends on a regular basis, even remember they exist and need to be reached out to, difficulties with paying bills, attending our tasks or commitments, taking medication, responding to messages from friends. And it's also in part a result of our difficulties maintaining consistent focus. We might find, for example, we get tunnel vision and we focus on one specific thing or one specific obligation. We might have executive overwhelm, where all the various demands of day-to-day life leave us at capacity and we can't follow through on other obligations. Does this happen to you? I know as an ADHDer, yes, it does, and I need to use scaffolding, that is different structures or reminders or cues or visual representations of that obligation to be able to follow through. For example, I cannot remember for the life of me any of my daily commitments, so it's in my Google Calendar, and multiple reminders are set up and they go to my smartwatch and they remind me, okay, I need to go here, I need to do that. Some people like to use other reminder systems for relationships. There's an app, for example, called Luna Task. It has a feature where you can go in and you can add your friends and your relationships, and you can set multiple reminders to reach out to these people on a regular basis, and also have some kind of stock responses or greetings that you can send them if you feel at capacity in terms of figuring out what to say to them. These forms of scaffolding can enable us to pass in a neurotypical world where it's expected that we should be able to remember and do these things, where because of our inherent disability around executive function and short-term memory deficits, we might not otherwise know to do this. And this can be hugely impairing for us in our relationships because we forget to maintain the relationship, and our friends and family members and acquaintances might feel neglected as a result. It can also lead to failure to attend to job responsibilities or domestic responsibilities, and we could let other people down, whether it's our colleagues, supervisors, the people we cohabit with, our partners, family members. And it is a very real struggle. I want to legitimize it. And I also want to stress that if you do have this object permanence challenge, the onus is on you to find strategies to compensate for it and to cope with it. Now, granted, it's important that we treat people who struggle with this with compassion and empathy, and we treat them with grace. So if mistakes happen, if we stumble, people should try to be a little bit more accommodating and understand that it is a legitimate struggle that we have. It's not a willful lack of compliance or laziness. It is just how our brain is wired and the inherent challenges of being neurodivergent. Tell me all about your struggles with object permanence. How does it impact your life, and how have you found strategies to cope with it? I would love to hear from you.